Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So it's been a few days since the last one, and also it's Christmas time if you can't tell. So yeah, the holiday season. But I figured I would bring an interesting video to y'all today. So one of my favorite things in life is what I'm going to talk about, and that is stories. I absolutely love telling stories. I love hearing stories. Anything to do with stories is something that gets my interest, and I love when someone tells something really interesting that I've never heard or very funny, and so that's exactly what I'm going to try to do today. And this is one of my absolute favorite stories. It's hilarious, and it is the time that I got attacked by a beaver. And this is very true. This is a true story. I have it on video. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna play the actual. At the end of me talking, I'm gonna play the actual video for y'all. But so here we go. So back in 2017, I used to live out in Montana, in Bozeman, Montana, and I worked out there. I adventured, hiked around, did all kinds of stuff. Lived with some awesome people, and one of the guys that I lived with, his name was Josh, and he's still like one of my best friends. So we definitely keep in touch still, but we like to go on these adventures, and one of our favorite things to do is trout fish, and that's some of the best trout fishing in the world is out there in Montana, and so we would go all over the place doing that. And this certain day, we were on the Gallatin River, so it's right near Bozeman where we were living at, and just outside of town. So yeah, we were super excited going out there. It was pretty late in the evening actually, but we had gotten out there on the river, and we were having a great day catching some fish. We had actually just that time we had both thrown our lines out, and we both caught a fish, and we thought we snagged each other's line, but we both actually had a fish. So it was a really cool moment. But we were having a great day fishing, and we were actually wading. So we had our waders on, which are like boots that allow you to to stay under or to go out into the water and stuff like that. So we had our waders on, and we were wading out in probably water up to our thigh, a little above our knees, but it was kind of murky, so we couldn't see the bottom. But anyways, we were fishing, and we seen a beaver dam. So my bright idea was to go out there and try to catch one from under it. Well, I did catch a fish from under it, and about the time that I put the fish back in the water, we seen a beaver come out of that place, and its head was just above the water, kind of coming toward us. And I was like, "Oh gosh," because I'd never seen a beaver in person, but I'd heard the stories, that they can kind of be dangerous. They're very territorial. And actually, in Montana, I think maybe a year or two before, a guy was out trout fishing and got bit by one, and actually died because it bit him in the artery, and he bled out there. Couldn't get back to safety in time. So I was kind of freaking out. Me and Josh both were. So, this beaver's above the water. We can see it. Well, all of a sudden it dives down below the water where we can't see it. So it's coming up to our legs underneath of the water. So I'm freaking out at this point. I'm like, oh gosh, we got to get out of here. So we take off like sprinting through the roaring water, and we get up on an island, and this thing keeps chasing us. So we move on down through the water and get up on a bigger island. Well, this time, we're kind of like backed in a corner almost, and this thing's still coming after us. So we had bear mace with us, but my dumb self did not think to use that. My instincts told me to get a giant stick, so that's what I did. And you all see all of this in the video. So I told Josh to get his camera out, because if we're going to get messed up by a beaver, we might as well video it, because why not get a good laugh out of it. But so we were kind of afraid up on this island, and y'all will see. But this beaver comes up onto the land, and so I'm like freaking out. So I grab this big stick and I bash it right in the head. And for all of you animal lovers out there, I did not kill the beaver. I don't think I even hurt it. I just startled it, and trust me, it's okay. But yeah, it scared me to death. So I hit that beaver in the head with that stick, and we're both freaking out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We gotta get out of here. And so, we laughed it off because we thought it was gone. Well, we continued about 200 yards away from that beaver dam, and we look up behind us, and it's still after us, and it's up out of the water this time. So we see how big it is. It looks like a young bear. Like, that's how big this thing is. I've never seen a beaver like this. I mean, not even on Animal Planet. So this thing's coming after us still. This is a giant beaver. This thing will absolutely mess us up. So I get my bear mace out because I'm like afraid this thing's going to come up on us. So we take off running, and in waders it is not easy. With all of our fishing equipment, we probably lost some bait along the way, but we took off running out of there. And that beaver, the beaver never caught up to us, but that thing chased us clear out of that river. I mean, just kept on after us. And so there's a life lesson for you. Don't mess with beavers. But we had planned on going back there and maybe trying to catch that beaver or something. I don't know, with a net. Who knows what we would have done with it when we caught it. Probably just take it somewhere and put it back. I don't know what we were going to do, but we had the bright idea to do that. But luckily we never had time to go and do that, because that, you know, you guys might have been reading about us in the paper or something. I don't know, in the obituary that get messed up by a dang beaver. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. You know, I've got a few videos, or I've got a few clips after this that I hope y'all watch of me actually hitting it with the stick and it chasing us. But yeah, I'm planning on doing a few more of these videos in the future, but we'll see how this video goes. And if y'all like it, I certainly have a few more, maybe some stories that might get me in trouble, but hey, it's for a good laugh, so why not put it on YouTube where everyone can see it. But yeah, so leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these, and make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the video.
Oh my gosh. Oh no! He ain't afraid of us, Jark. Oh my god! Let's go! We got enough fish for today! Anything away from me. He's a desperate out, man. This thing is stalking us. He's stalking us. He's coming up on land. How are we gonna get out of here? Let's go, dude.